Good morning. Request. Just got a message from Sarah. She's not going to make it, so I need to go lock the door. So hang tight for a second.
Core would be good.
Core. Oh, very good.
Hips.
Core and hips. We got it.
And then she's going to say, that's what she said. So they're at the key to longevity. Yeah. It has not put me in good stead to hate it, but.
No, I just brought it with me because I was like, I don't know.
Yes,
It is no.
Well, I appreciate it. But, I'm still
I was like, you read and I am, and I was like, let me take it with me just in case.
All right. So we will start on our backs. We'll start with some core, and we'll just keep the thing going. Hey, Lisa. Good morning, Claire. All right, I'll put that later. Someone took my pen. All right, so on your backs. This can be feet wide, knees together. Arms can be stretched out or resting on your torso. You want to start in full Shavasana. Just stretch on out. And then just start dropping into this moment. Checking in with yourself. Noticing how you're feeling mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And then settling into this space where you're noticing the sounds around you. But you can use any outside sounds as a reminder to turn inward. Noticing the mat under your body, the sensation of the body touching the mat. Notice if there's spots where you're gripping away from the floor. And see if you can relax and release into the floor. And notice your chest rising and falling with each breath, expanding and contracting. Begin to deepen your breath, finding your equal steady breath. And as you stay with your breath, I'll continue with our reading from Pema Chodron, Comfortable with Uncertainty, her book from 91. Today's reading is called Practice the Three Difficulties. The three difficulties are acknowledging neurosis as neurosis, doing something different, and aspiring to continue practicing this way. Acknowledging that we are all churned up is the first and most difficult step. Without recognition that we're stuck, it's impossible to liberate ourselves from confusion. Doing something different is anything that interrupts the strong tendency to spin out. We can let the storyline go, connect with the underlying energy, do on-the-spot Tonglen, which is sending and taking fearlessness, remember a slogan, or burst into song. Anything that doesn't reinforce our crippling habits. The third difficult practice is to then remember that we need to keep doing the first two. Interrupting our disruptive habits and awakening our heart is a work of a lifetime. In essence, the practice is always the same. Instead of falling prey to a chain reaction of revenge or self-hatred, we gradually learn to catch the emotional reaction and drop the storylines. Then we feel the bodily sensation completely. One way of doing this is to breathe into our heart by acknowledging the emotion, dropping whatever story we are telling ourselves, and feeling the energy of the moment. We cultivate compassion for ourselves. Then we could recognize that there are millions who feel the way we do and breathe into the emotion for all of us, with the wish that we all be free of confusion and limiting habitual reactions. When we can recognize our own confusion with compassion, we can extend that compassion to others who are equally confused. In this step of widening the circle of compassion lies the magic of bodhicitta training. So if you have an intention you'd like to bring into your practice, just allow that word to become your breath. Remembering ahimsa starts with ourselves. And then just stretch your arms over your head. And then hug your knees up into your chest and rock out your back. Make circles, reverse your circles. And we're just going to start by letting both knees fall to the right and look to the left. Keep that left shoulder on the mat. And then squeeze to come up to center and let it go to the other side. And then squeeze to come to center and rock out your back. Flip around the other way. And then we're just going to take our legs straight up in the air and flex our feet. And take your hands down alongside your body and just turn your thumbs under your bottom. And take a big inhale. Start to lower your legs, maybe about a foot. And then on an exhale, just pull them back up straight. And your next inhale, maybe they go a little bit lower. And then exhale, pull it up. And your next inhale, maybe they go a little lower. So you're going to find your spot of how low you can go without touching the floor. The exhale is going to pull it up. And you're all breathing. So it could be a foot or so. It might be almost touching the floor, but don't touch the floor. Creaky spines in here. All right, the next time your legs come up, hug them in and rock them out. Make circles, reverse your circles. And let's just plant our feet this time. Let's get into the upper core. Take your hands behind your head. Just support, don't lock the fingers. Lift your head and shoulders. And then we're just going to pulse up for a little pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. You can hug your knees in again. And then just put your feet down. This time pinky toes near the edge. Let both knees fall to the right. Look to the left. And then bring it to center and let them go to the other side. And then come back to center. And we're going to get into the obliques. So take your hands behind your head again. And this time we're going to lift both feet off the floor. And take your right elbow over towards your left knee and extend the right leg. And then that's just your old-fashioned bicycles. And just move with your breath. So you can go as slow or fast as you want. Faster is probably easier. All right, now hold it on one side. And then move. And now hold it on the other side. And
5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and rest. Fire in the belly. Alright, so stay right here, and if it feels okay, bring the bottoms of your feet together and press your knees towards the front of your mat. And maybe you want to take your feet up into happy baby, maybe a little rock side to side. Alright, and we're going to come up, so you can let go of your feet, roll to the side, rock up in a ball. If you want to try holding your feet, you're going to feet together, rock towards the shoulders, see if you can rock up. If you caught your balance, maybe extend the legs, shoulders back and down. Nice, beautiful ladies. And then bottoms of the feet together. Just do a little butterfly. Stay here or fold in towards your toes. And then go ahead and sit up and take your legs out wide. Walk your sitting bones forward and put your hands on your shins. And just take your left hand, slide it over to the left ankle. Stay there or reach that right arm up alongside the ear. Keep it up over the ear so you're stacking your shoulders. If you can reach for the foot, you're going for the pinky toe side. And then go ahead, switch it out, go to the other side, left arm up and over, or not. And then go ahead and come up to center. Just wiggle your shoulders here, let your back kind of relax, and then bring your hands in front and just walk them forward. So everybody's body is going to be different. You might keep straight arms, some of you might be able to drop to your elbows. Remember, you're still warming up, so don't force yourself. And then walk it back in. We're bringing the feet together one more time. Another little butterfly. And maybe another little fold. And then go ahead and sit up. And we're going to pick up our left foot, put it in our right hand, support the knee. So some of you are going to stay out here. Some of you are going to be able to pull it in tighter. Foot near the elbow. And you're just going to rock it back and forth. Make sure you're sitting up tall. Get into that left hip. Stay here, or you're going to grab the pinky toe side of the left foot with the left hand and find that range of motion like it's going to go back behind you. And then put the foot down and pick up the other foot. Hold the knee or pull it in tighter. Find what works for you. Rock side to side. And then grab the pinky toe side of the right foot with the right hand and range of motion going that way. And just to bring everything back to center, feet together again, and maybe fold. So if you showed up late, we had a request for hips and core. We're hitting it off. All right, let's go ahead and sit up and make your way to hands and knees. Find your tabletop position, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. The cat-cow tilts when you're ready. The inhale drops your belly, lift your head, hold here. Wait for an exhale, arch your back high, push the floor away, hold here. And then just move with your breath. Inhaling, sway back. And exhaling, cat. Keep cycling through your breath. We might move at different paces. Listen to your body. And then wait for your next exhalation. Return to a flat back. And look over your right shoulder to your right hip. Look around to the left. Come back to center and press it into child's pose. Hips towards the heels, forward towards the mat. Remembering you can come here at any point during your practice. If it hurts your knees, remember you're up on your elbows. And then shifting forward to hands and knees. Knees back into hips. And take your right leg straight back. Toes on the mat. Press through the heel. Find that calf muscle. Stretch it out. You can keep it steady or add a little shifting back and forth, whichever feels better for you. And then keep the weight forward so the wrists are under the shoulders. Push the floor, lift the belly, and then maybe flip that leg. If your leg went up, circle the ankle. Reverse it. She's falling over. And then press through the heel. Stay there or reach. We have left arm forward. Stay here or some more core. Exhale under. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Use your breath. 2 more. Reach it out. Put your hand down. Let your foot cross over the left. Look over the left shoulder towards your toes. Should feel a stretch up your right side. Now swing the leg off to the right, so it's in line with the knee, and reach your right arm high. Circle your wrist. Reverse it. Keep it straight up or start to let it go back behind you. Maybe you'll get a release in your back. And maybe you'll feel a stretch in your shoulder. There's always a bind here if you want to flip that back thumb down and grab the bottom inner thigh. And then just bring your hand down, bring your knee in, and send the left leg back. Find your calf muscle. Stretch it out. Keep it steady or add that little shift. And then keep it forward, wrists under shoulders. Push the floor, lift the belly, and then maybe float that leg. The leg went up, circle the ankle. Reverse. Press through the heel, keep it there, or right arm reaches forward. Reach and pull both directions, keep breathing. You can stay right here, or exhale, squeeze, inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, reach. Use your breath. 2 more. Reach it out long. Put your hand down, let your foot cross over the right, look over the right shoulder towards your toes. And then swing it to the left side. Left arm high, circle the wrist. Reverse. Stretch it up or start to let it go back. Maybe flip that thumb and reach for that bottom inner thigh. And then bring your hand down, bring your knee in. And this time tuck your toes as you press your hips towards your heels. Breathe into your feet and your toes. And then look forward, spread your finger wide. You can stay at hands and knees or find your first downward facing dog. If you're in down dog, pedal it out, walk it out, move it around, whatever feels good here, wag your tail. And then just come to stillness, holding your downward facing dog. And then come forward like you're going to do a push-up, lunge, plank. All right, so we're all going to put our knees down here. You're in a knee push-up position. So notice I'm not in a tabletop. I'm forward with the hips in line with the shoulders. Yes. Now take it back towards down dog. Child's pose. And then inhale, shift forward into that knee plank. So exhale, take it back. Inhale, that knee plank. One more time like that. And then stay here, or press it up to down dog, and then shift forward into plank. So you're either going to do the same thing you just did, or we're going to take our plank back to down dog. So it's exhale, hips high. and then inhale, plank. Let's reverse that. Wait for an inhale. Now here's your exhale. And then inhale your plank. Last time. Exhale back. Squeeze. Inhale forward. And then knees down. Lower all the way to your belly. And then just slide your elbows forward until your elbows are 90 degrees under your shoulders. Forearms are parallel. And you're in Sphinx. If you need less, tuck your chin. If you need more, look forward and drag the elbows towards your body. Nice. Some of you, it might even feel good to lift the elbows. If it feels like too much, it is too much. Bring it back down. If your elbows went up, put them down. Let's all put our forehead down. Push up to hands and knees, and all the way back to child's pose. And then shifting forward, hands and knees. And just walk your hands towards your knees and make your way into ragdoll. So any movement here that feels good. Bend your knees, sway your hips, shake your head yes and no. Just waking up the back of the body, a little more into the hamstrings. So you might be here, you might be here. You're all breathing. If you're moved your hands, just drop them to the floor. Bend your knees, squeeze your belly, and slowly stack your vertebrae. At the top, reach. Keep your arms up high, relax your shoulders down. And then take hold of your right wrist with your left hand and stretch it over to the left side. We're just going to stay here and just really focus on pushing that right foot down and feeling that stretch up through the side body. And then go ahead, bring it up, grab the other wrist, and stretch it to the other side. And bring it up. Just drop your hands, touch your thighs, slide towards your toes. Stay here or take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, let the arms pull away. If your hands are behind your back, put them back onto your sacrum, reach for your toes. On an inhale, push your shins away, find Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, soften. On your inhale, you can either round it up or hinge at the hips, squeeze your belly, come all the way up. Stretch it out at the top. If it feels good, add your little back bend. Come up straight and hands to your heart. Nice job. Go ahead, find your mountain at the top of your mat. So shoulders are back and down, palms are forward, belly up, tailbone down. Take a moment, find your mountain, find your breath. On your next inhale, arms reach high. On an exhale, fold down toward your toes. On an inhale, push your shins away. On an exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, and take your left foot to the back of the mat. Drop that knee all the way down and sink into your left hip flexor. Shine your heart open. So if the floor is too far away, you can use blocks if you have blocks, or your hands can just come up to your thigh, but focus on the hips sinking low, and don't let this knee go past the ankle. Keep breathing. Wait for an exhale, hips back, toes lift. Hands walk with you if your hamstring is tight. Keep it forward and fold if you need to stretch. And then shift the weight into the right foot. Tuck your toes. You're either going to hands and knees or down dog. You're either going to cat-cow or add your vinyasa, which is inhale plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, hands and knees or down dog. And then when you're ready, let the left leg lift high. Turn the toes to the side, that gets into the hip, let the leg go as high as it'll go, and only if it feels good to your your knee, do you bend the knee? And then step the left foot to the top of the mat. Drop that back knee, sink into that right hip flexor, shine your heart open. Change up your hands if you need more space for your hips. You can come up to the thigh or blocks. Focus on that right hip flexor, sinking low. And then wait for your exhale, hips back, toes lift. There's your Ardha Hanuman. And then shift the weight back into the left foot. Take it back, hands and knees or down dog. Cat cow or at your vinyasa. So cat cow, you're just here. Vinyasa, you're flowing. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. So choose what feels best for your body today. Let go of judgment and competition. And then we'll all meet in down dog. Or hands and knees if you're not doing down dog. Right leg high, turn the toes to the side, get into the hip. Only if it feels good do you bend the knee. And then step that right foot all the way up. Left hand stays flat on the mat, or you can make a fist. Right hand on the thigh above the knee. Push into both hands, look over the right shoulder. Keep it low or reach it up. And breathe. Now go ahead and bring that right hand down. We're stepping up with the left foot and back with the right. Right hand flat on the mat, left hand on the thigh above the knee. Push to look over the left shoulder. Left hand down or reach it up. And then wait for an exhale, put the hand down. You're either stepping up to ragdoll or back to down dog. If you went to down dog, you can add a vinyasa. Nice. If you went to down dog, make your way back to ragdoll. And then heel toe your feet apart, pinky toes near the edges of your mat. And then put your elbows above your knees. And if it feels okay, you're gonna bend your knees. If you have knee issues, hips are staying above the knees, feels good on hips and knees, they can keep sinking towards the floor. Maybe your elbows come to the inside, maybe the thumbs come to the sternum. You're all breathing. Don't hurt your body. So find a spot where you can hold and breathe. So if you went really low, bring your elbows back above your knees, push together to come up. We're all hanging forward. Grab opposite elbows, give a little sway side to side. And then just drop your arms, bend your knees, squeeze your belly, and stack your vertebrae. At the top, step your feet together, stretch long and tall, dropping your tailbone only if it feels good, add a little back bend. And then come up straight, where your hands come down, drop your arms and find your mountain. Now then just step in back, so whichever, in the studio we'll step back with the right foot, we'll set up for our wider leg squat, whichever works for you at home to face the camera. And then just bend your knees and come into your squat, your goddess squat. So make sure your knees are not going past the ankles. So they're out wide enough. And then they're tracking out over the pinky toes. So instead of them twisting in and the pinky toes are popping up, you're gonna push them out, seal the pinky toes and lift the arches. And you're gonna breathe. So notice how your spine is nice and tall, you're not shifting forward, putting weight in the low back, but you're using your core to support your back. And you're all breathing. Nice. All right, so hands can stay on the thighs, or you can bring them up. And then on an inhale, just straighten your legs and drop your arms. Ah, feels good. Exhale, sink into your squat. Hold. Your next inhale brings you up. Squeeze your core. And then do that again. Squat. Hold.
And then bring it up, drop your arms. Now square your feet so the outer edges of your feet are parallel, and just fold forward and touch the mat. And just breathe. So hands can stay down on the floor, or you can take them behind the back to stretch out your shoulders. You can interlace the fingers behind the back and then let them fall away from the back. If your hands went behind your back, put them back into your sacrum before you reach down to the floor, and then just push the floor away. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders. And then we're going to put the left hand directly under our face, and then reach your right arm high. Take a twist. And then go ahead, drop that hand, and then bring up the other hand. And then drop that hand, and just walk your hands way out in front so you end up in a wide leg down dog, straight line from the wrist to the hips. Not a lot of weight in your hands. If your hands, wait, let's all walk our hands in. Okay, so if you have any low back issues, you're always going to bend your knees, put your hands on your thighs, and round it up. If your back's feeling strong, you can keep a flat back, squeeze your belly tight, take your hands to your waist, reach the crown of the head forward, and use your core to lift you up. And then just heel toe your feet together. And just shake out the thighs. And find your mountain. Top of your mat. Belly in, tailbone down. Focus on the lift. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, folding forward. Stay here or walk it back to down dog. Adho Vinyasa. Or not. If you prefer, stay at the top of the mat in a squat, you can do that. Nice. If you went to down dog, make your way back up to ragdoll. On an inhale, we're all finding Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, fold. So on your inhale, back issues, bend your knees, round it up, core feeling strong, squeeze tight, push, hinge at the hips, stand up tall, maybe add a back bend, and then come up straight before your hands come down, and find your mountain. Go ahead, step your right foot back, and bend into your front knee, finding warrior two. Torso straight above the pelvis, tendencies to do this. Get it up, belly's always in, tailbones down, find your breath. And then flip your left hand, stretch it back, and hold here. And then wait for an exhale, go right back to warrior two. And we're gonna do that 2 more times, like that, on your own. So using your breath to flow. And you're either gonna stay here doing this, or we're gonna get into the core again. So from warrior two, it's right arm forward, left arm back, squeeze, and then you just cartwheel your arms back to warrior two, and then stretch it back. So it's warrior two, right arm forward, squeeze, cartwheel to warrior two, and left arm back. Last time, warrior two, right arm forward, warrior two, left arm back, and hold. And then bend into your knee. Take that left forearm on your thigh, right hand starts on the hip. It stays here if you have any shoulder issues. If you're taking it up, it goes straight out towards the side and then rolls up alongside the ear. So you end up with a straight line, palm spins down so the shoulder stays on the back. If you do something like this, it's gonna be more uncomfortable and you're gonna have the shoulder in the wrong place. So that's why we take it out and up. You can stay here or play here if you wanna add on. There's a bind. You can fly. Squeeze the core to stand up. Use your core, reach through your head. 10
more minutes, everybody. There you go. Use the core. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Reach through the head. There you go. Beautiful. Now everybody, right arm down. Pop the back heel up and drop the knee. Walk your toes to the left. And just bring both hands to the inside of that front foot. Some of you are staying here with straight arms. If the floor is too far away, you can put a block under there. You can always keep them up on the thigh. If you're going lower, it's right elbow first. Stay there, or left elbow meets it. Keep breathing. So if you went low, push up through your arms. Then we're just gonna take that left leg and swing it around to the back. You can go to down dog or child's pose. You can rest or add a vinyasa. And then we'll all knee at hands and knees and do 2 cat-cow tilts. So inhale, look up. Exhale, arch high. One more time like that. Return to your flat back, lower down to your elbows. Get your elbows under your shoulders, interlace your fingers. First round of dolphin, tuck your toes, engage your belly. Option 1, you stay right here. Option 2, hips high, it becomes a dolphin. You want more core. On an inhale, you can shift forward like you're going into a plank, and then exhale, hips high. You can also shift forward and just hold an elbow plank if you don't like the movement, but you want more core action. And then we'll all go to our knees, walk our elbows back to child's pose, and rest. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. And then we'll come hands and knees or down dog. And walk your hands and feet together, coming into ragdoll. Inhale, find Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Stretch it out at the top. Drop your tailbone. It feels good as you go back then. Come up straight and hands to your heart. Drop your arms and step your left foot back. Warrior 2 position. Heel to arch alignment. Don't let the knee go past the ankle. Elbow down, belly lifts, arms up. Find your breath. Track the knee over the pinky toe. Flip your right hand, stretch it back, hold here because it feels good. And then wait for an exhale, go back to warrior 2. So we're doing 2 more like that. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, release. And remember, your option is to stay here doing this, or the next time out of warrior 2, it's left arm forward, right arm back. Cartwheel to warrior 2, and right arm back. Warrior 2, left arm forward, warrior 2, right arm back. Last time, warrior 2, left arm forward, warrior 2, right arm back, hold here, rest here. Slow your breath back down. And then bend your knee. Right forearm on the thigh, palm turned up, left arm goes up alongside the ear, palm spinning down. Keep breathing. Stay here or play here. You can add that bind. Left knuckles to the sacrum, right hand under, fly. There you go. That's more under the thigh. Squeeze the core to stand up. Just near the crown of the head. And then we're all gonna reach that left arm forward, down to the mat, pop the back heel up, drop the knee. So option 1, you stay here. Option 2, walk your toes to the right, both hands to the inside. Stay here only if you need a bigger stretch. Left elbow down, right elbow meets it. Stay with your breath. And then push up. And just take that right leg around to the back of the mat and rest in child's pose. You can stay in child's pose or press it to down dog. You can do a cat-cow or add some flow. And then we'll all meet at hands and knees. Do 2 cat-cow tilts. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arch high. One more time. Return to your flat back. Lower down to your elbows. Second round of dolphin. So remember, you can interlace fingers, core engage and lift. Tuck your toes. Stay here or hips high. If you have something else you prefer to do, that's always an option. If you want to add that shift, it's inhale, plank, exhale, hips high. Whenever you want to go to child's pose, it's your prerogative. And then we'll all meet in child's pose. Soften your shoulders. And then let's meet at hands and knees. Just take your right leg off to the side. So it's in line with the knee. Take your left arm threaded under. Relax the shoulder, relax the side of the head. So just stretching out that left shoulder. I'm just going to stay here. If you have a variation, feel free to add it, but I'm just going to focus on the shoulder today. So when you're ready to come out, you're going to push into the right hand, reach out and up with the left, and then drop the hand down, bring that right knee in, and send the left leg off to the side. And then take your right arm and thread it under and just breathe. When you're ready to come out, push into the left hand, reach out and up with the right. And then drop it down, bring your knee in. You can go to down dog or child's pose. You can hold, flow, or rest. Nice. And then let's all meet at hands and knees. Bring your right foot to the top of the mat. And bring both hands up to your thigh. Check out that knee, don't let it go past the ankle. If you need to double up, you can roll your mat for more cushion under your knee. You're more in front of the kneecap than on the kneecap. Take your right thumb, hook it in near the hip crease with your left arm up. On an exhale, you're just gonna tap the elbow down to the knee and then inhale, stretch it back up. Exhale, tap. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, tap. Last time, reach. This time you're gonna tap it down, it's gonna stay there. Some of you are gonna be able to bind it. Some of you are gonna go into prayer, look to the right. Some of you might tuck your back toes and lift your knee. Use your core to push up. Stay with your breath, like this. Nice. Bring it back to center. And we're just gonna slide the right knee back and bring the left foot forward. Hands up to your thigh. Left thumb at the hip crease, right arm high. Exhale, tap. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, tap. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Last time, reach. This time, keep it down there. Maybe deepen the twist. Maybe look at the prayer. Maybe tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Everything is optional. And then come back to center, hands down. And just take it back to down dog or child's pose. Hold, flow, or rest. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, tuck your toes, walk your hands towards the back of the mat. Hips high, find your ragdoll. And then bend your knees and stack it up, rounding. At the top, reach. Palms in, shoulders relax. Tailbone down, see if you can lift your heels, find your balance in your big toes, find a gazing spot straight out in front. Once you're stable, tiptoe your way up. And then set your hips down, drop your arms, and shake out the knees. All right, so we're just gonna do one balancing pose, and it's either gonna be tree or Gelavasana. So left foot balance, right knee open. Remember, this is tree. Bring it higher, and help it up here. Or you're gonna bend your knees and set up Gelavasana for a hip opener on the back of the hip. So right ankle over, sit low, hands here, or you can reach towards the floor, like that. So find what works. It's either opening the front of the hip with tree, or the back of the hip with Gelavasana. Find the one that works for you. Keep focusing on your breath. Beautiful. Wherever you are, we'll meet back at the heart. If you want that core challenge, hands to the waist. Bring the ankle to the front. Don't lean back as you extend. Can you point and hold it? And then lower it down with control. Shake out the hips and try the right foot. So tree pose, focus on the left. Or Gelavasana, you bend the standing leg and you make a figure 4, crossing the ankle over. So find what works for you. Find your breath. Find your pose. Keep breathing. Wherever you went, we'll meet back at the heart. If you want that core challenge, hands to the waist, squeeze your belly, ankle to the front. Don't lean back as you extend. Can you hold it? And then lower it down with control. Nice job. Shake out the hips. Shake out the legs. And find your mountain, top of the mat. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, folding forward. Stay here, have another squat, practice crow, whatever you like to do. Nice. Squeeze the belly. Looking forward, lift one toe. Just one. Yeah, just do one first. Just do one. Keep the other down. There you go. Nice. Alright, and then when you're ready, if you you like a last vinyasa, walk it back, find your down dog and flow. Otherwise, just meet me on your bottom. You can take your flow and then meet me on your bottom. And then we're just gonna rest here, our feet out in front. And if you have really tight hips, you can walk your feet further away. And we're just gonna take our left foot and we're gonna cross it over the right knee and we're gonna make a figure four. So some of you are staying here. It's just what we were doing when we were standing. If it feels like too much, straighten out that lower leg more. If you need more, you're gonna bend that foot that's on the floor more. Bend that knee more. You can walk your bottom closer to your heel. Some of you are gonna be able to walk your hands in closer to your back. Don't hurt your body. So find that spot where you feel a stretch, but not pain. Walk it away. You need more space. And then when we're ready to exit, you just straighten out that leg, get that leg out, and just do a little windshield wiper. And then bring the feet in and cross the right ankle over, find your figure four. So stay here or walk your hands closer or bring the foot closer to the bottom. Find what works for your body here and breathe. And if you walked it in close, you're just going to walk the foot away so you can get out of there and just windshield wiper the legs. And just take both legs out, give them a little shake. And then sit up and bring the bottoms of the feet together. So we're going to finish up with our Kundalini core hip. So all comes together. All right, so start with the feet together. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, fold towards your toes. Doesn't matter how low. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, now just bring your knees up. And then next breath, you just find Navasana, your boat. So you can hold on to the thighs or straighten. And then exhale, feet down. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold towards your toes. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, knees up. Inhale, Navasana. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, knees. Inhale, boat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Last time, inhale, up. Exhale, knees. Inhale, boat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open, fold, and rest. And then go ahead and sit up, knees up, and make your way onto your back. Hug your knees in, rock out your back, make circles, reverse your circles. And then we're just gonna plant our feet, take our right leg out, and just open your arms into a T, and just let that knee go across the body. And look to the left. Keep the left shoulder on the mat. You're just taking a twist. It might feel good to put your hand on top of that knee. And then come back to center. Just bring your knees up for a moment. Make little circles. And then plant your feet, take your left leg out straight, and then just take those toes, looking behind the knee, look to the right as the knee goes to the left. Keep that right shoulder on the mat. Bring it back to center, hug it up and in. stay here, or bottoms of the feet together, knees press forward. Stay there, or both feet high, happy baby. Any movement that feels good, rock a little. And then it's feet together, knees together. If it feels okay, hug yourself up into a tight little ball. Wait for an exhale and stretch it out in all directions. Make any additional movements you need, and then just settle into Shavasana. Tuck the shoulders behind the heart. Eyes are closed. And then just imagine that beautiful golden light enters the body through the crown of the head. As it pours through the body, it brings warmth and relaxation to your scalp, your forehead, your eyes, nose, and mouth. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw. The neck and shoulders are relaxed. The arms, hands and fingers, all throughout your torso. Down through your thighs, your knees, your calves and shins, the ankles, the feet, and out the toes. The body is completely relaxed. This state of peace is your true nature. Take a few moments just to be. T.S. Eliot said, "Hell is the place where nothing connects." Yoga practice gives us a daily experience of the power of connection. We come to the mat fresh from a culture that teaches us safety is found in separation and disconnection. Deep within ourselves, we know the truth. We know that we are all connected and that we are all part of something larger than ourselves. So bring the awareness back to your breath. Deepen your breath. Let it fill your body. And then start to bring movements to fingers and toes, hands and feet, arms and legs until you're ready for a big stretch. And if it feels good, hug your knees to your chest one last time.
And then gently, carefully make your way to your favorite side. And in your own time, in your own way, when you're ready, come up to your comfortable seat. We'll close our practice. Find your tall spine. And find your breath. Remember your peace. Share your light. Hands to the heart. Bow in. Give gratitude. And to have a beautiful, joy-filled week. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you all for sharing your practice, your presence. Have a great day. All right. Thanks, guys. See you Saturday.